Welcome to the living cultural landscape of Nagacadan, Kiangan Ifugao. The rice terraces have long been central to the survival of this community. It occupies a major importance within the Ifugao culture. Rice for the Ifugaos is the most high-valued crop eaten 3 times a day. This also determines the traditional wealth of a household during the earlier times. Rice cultivation involves the entire community in this seasonal system of planting, which are tied to lunar cycles and sometimes accompanied by religious rituals. Traditionally, the men construct the dikes and turn the soil for planting, and then the women spend days on end pulling up weeds, checking on dikes so the water flows smoothly into the fields, and cleaning the surrounding of the field to ensure good harvest. Harvest season is the shortest season in the Ifugao agricultural calendar that runs from late June to July. Harvest begins after confirming that the grains are ripe. The owner of the ritual fields or puntonakan is the first to harvest his crop. After this, the rest may follow. Most of the munani or harvesters are women. Each have designated roles to complete the task at hand. Very early in the morning, a small group of women are set to cut out choice seeds or grain selectors to be used on the next agricultural cycle. Another role is the rice stalk collectors from the harvesters, and then passed on to the munbotok or the one who binds the stalks into bundles, making sure that all bundles are proportionate, approximately 300 stalks in a bundle, and then passed on to the trimmers, whose task is to trim the stalks, making them look neat and even. The women use a specially designed knife or gamlang for gathering and trimming grain stalks. The men now carry the bundled stalks using the batawel or a wooden pole. Bundles of rice are hoisted on both ends of the pole and then carried on the shoulder up to the rice granary or arang. And then another guy will do the honors of piling the bundles properly inside the granary. Harvest season is the most enjoyable work stage in the agricultural cycle. Abundant rice wine is served both at the village and at the rice field, relieving the harvesters and the carriers' thirst and weariness. To top it all, both group of men and women sing the hudhud and then engage in playful banter, making the atmosphere a cheerful one. While harvest is ongoing, this group of mumbaki or sayer of prayers perform the harvest ritual. This harvest ritual is part of the Hongan. Hongan is a series of rituals starting from rice sowing up to the end of harvest. These rituals are performed for good luck, thanksgiving, and protection from evil spirits. In this ritual, pigs are butchered and offered to the ancestors and maknungan hikabunyan. The spirits of our ancestors together with maknungan are invoked to rise from their abodes and move to the place where the ritual is being performed. Then they shall witness and accept the sacrifices offered to them and confer the benefit being requested. They are asked to drive out all unseen evil spirits, pestilence including human-initiated harm and destruction to life, and to the community, and to the environment. This ritual is a must for the owner of the designated puntonakan. A puntonakan is a rice field that leads every stage of agricultural cycle. No other rice field would plant seedbed if the puntonakan has no seedbed yet. The same is true with the boge or planting and the botok or harvest. The performance of the Hongan for the puntonakan is as good as performance for the whole village. Baki is the Ifugao system of rites and prayer imploring favor from deities. Ifugaos believe that these deities inhabit the underneath or dalom. Another place is Daya, where the sun sets, and the third one is Kabunyan, where a supreme being dwells. Despite the strong practice of Christianity in Ifugao, these belief systems are still relevant as it conforms to modernisms. At this point, the sacrificial pig is being cut open according to the instruction of the mumbaki. Revealing the internals first, the mumbaki inspects the bile and then pronounces his prognosis. He said everything is in order and the color is pink of health. This ritual starts in the morning and ends in the afternoon. Few key elements were used in this ritual. One is the burul or the rice god. Usually comes in pair, a man and a woman. It is believed that this bulul guards the rice granary from evil spirits. Another is the baya or the rice wine, constantly drunk by the Mumbaki while doing the invocation. Aside from Mama and Hapid, there are few more which I failed to mention. Another player that plays important role in this occasion are the cooks. They are responsible in preparing food for the harvesters and everyone around, making sure that no one is left unfed. And because this is a communal activity, it is also a communal way of eating where generous portions of meat were served. I remember my mother used to bring home 3/4 of her portion. She wraps it carefully with banana leaf. I was always lucky to discover it first from her langgot. In some parts of Ifugao, eating will commence once the harvest is done. The harvesters usually finish the job in a day. After this harvest ritual, subsequent rituals will follow to finally seal the deal. On a personal note, it's a good thing I'm not a deity or a goddess of anything, or else I would be so damn tired being invoked and summoned many times in a year. Maka yang rin abo.
Sounds like an angel shining down, a small piece of heaven in an outstretched